In this video, we'll go over how to create a new email campaign. That's the terminology replacing e-alerts, and that's a mass email that you want to send out via template to any subsection of our membership or the membership as a whole. To do this, you want to log into the intranet, and once you're logged in, go under My OSBA and then My Email Campaigns. Campaigns is just a fancy name for message that our provider that sends out the emails now, called MailChimp, uses, and so we've switched to that. So just think of a campaign as a message. Once you go here, I'm logged in as one Joel Ruby, my former intern, for testing purposes. You'll see a listing of all of your campaigns that you've sent or have in process. As you can see here, we've got one here, Fax into Flash, that has been sent, and then we have another one here that needs to be queued up. So it's in process. There's also a search box, so as you amass a lot of campaigns, this will paginate, and you'll be able to just search for the title or content to find your message instead of having to browse through it. And then finally at the top there's an add campaign link. This is how you start a new campaign or message. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. This is going to load up a very brief page here where you can fill in all the information, including the actual message about your campaign. So we'll fill in our subject. The list you want to keep on OSBA, right where it defaults. These are special lists. Sometimes we have to import a special group and then you can switch to it from here, but for most of you, you want to stay on OSBA. This gets you into all of our members. And then a new concept here called list segment. If you want to send to just subscribers of a newsletter or certain titles, you can do that under list segment, and you want to choose a segment every time so that the entire list doesn't get your message. We still have general announcements replaces the general e-alerts if you're familiar with sending before, and we have these different groupings of title codes. We also then have the regions will be populated in there. Those are still being populated, and all of your newsletters. So whatever group of members you are sending to, you want to pick that. For this purpose, we'll just say we're going to send something to all board members. From email, from name defaults to your email and your name, and this can be changed if you are sending out a message on behalf of somebody, say your director, and you were told to do that, then you can change this to whatever you want. Be reminded though that this email address here is where you'll get a lot of your out of office and a few bounces. Most bounces are handled by the system, but you will get some out of offices and bounces here. And if you do, especially if they say that my email address has changed, you want to forward that to the mailroom, forward that to Ann. So we'll change this back to Joel Ruby. And then here's the template. Based upon which division you're in, it will determine what template you have access to. Right now Joel's in the communication division, so we have access to most of them. If say you're in legislative, you only have access to Fax and Flash and maybe this organization here. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick OSBA General. That's something that everyone has access to. And what it's doing now is reaching out and loading in the content. So here, just like before, you can add in tables, images, bold, italic, add in links, add in attachments. You can do all of those things that you could before. This is just like updating your web page as well. So if you need more help with that, you can contact me directly. Once you're done with that, click Save as Draft. Now this may take a second because it is reaching out to MailChimp to create the message and set everything up, so just be patient. Alright, you'll come back to your listing here, and here's our new message. The concept of sending a test email is gone. Instead, we view the message in the browser. As you can see here, we've got our new template, gray with white background, logos switch out the top depending on what you pick, and then the test message. This link here is a public link, so you send this link around to anyone in the office that you need to have proof this. You can also send it to, say, OASBO if they need to proof it as well. It is public. So that's how you spread around the message to get it proofed. Remember, you have to have this proofed by one person outside your division is the policy for emails. Once you're done, you can close that. You come back here, and if you need to re-edit it, you can click Edit, or you can submit for approval. Let's go ahead and submit for approval. Unless it's a newsletter, every message must be approved by Rick. He is not looking for grammatical errors. He's very loosely looking at content. He just wants to have an overview of what's going out. So the proofing of this is not should happen before it reaches this approval step. So we have a preview of the message and then a reminder here about being proofread. We'd like you to acknowledge that it was proofread, and then you can set the send date and time. So if you'd like to have this go out next week at some time, you can set that date, set that time, hit submit. As soon as Rick approves it, then it will go out either immediately if you don't change that, or it'll go out when you set it. So I'll go ahead and click submit. Now right now I'm getting the emails for approval. That's the little icon you see up there that flash across the screen. So as soon as that message is approved, it'll be sent out. Let's take a look at one that has been sent, this fax and a flash test message here. And let's look at the stats. Once we look at the stats, you can see how many opens that it's had. And when it was last open, you can kind of see here the clicks. So if you have links in your message, it'll track how many clicks you've gotten, and also bounces. Bounces are processed by the mailroom, and if you need more stats than this, we can also pull those for you through MailChimp. Things like exactly who opened it and who didn't, we can drill down to. We can look at geographic areas of who's opening more and who's not, and things like that. So there's a lot we can dive into. If you need it, just let me know. We can pull those for you. Right now it's not available here, although we're working on it. This is just kind of an overview to give you a brief look. So that is a brief overview of the new email campaign system. If you have any other questions, you can submit a ticket or see me. Thank you.